Hello and welcome to New Mexico Rising. My name is Dan. You know, each and every week I try to bring people from all across the country to talk to me about cool things we could do right here in New Mexico. On this week's show, we got this.
Maybe you're thinking you want to find something outside of the box. Well, we've got something there that quite literally will fit the bill.
Spring to style this season, rain and or shine. We have a renowned fashion and lifestyle expert that's here to unveil her essential tips to keep your spring wardrobe versatile and weather ready. Whether it's choosing the right footwear or layering like a pro, you know, she's got the tricks to keep you looking fabtacular. Welcome to the show. It is Milly Almodovar. How are you, Milly?
Hey, Dan, I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, actually.
Yay!
Spring landed on us. I guess I was going to say round the corner, but no, it's landed on us. What's your top wardrobe staples for this season?
Well, you know, spring weather is constantly changing and the struggle to plan outfits is real, especially during the rain. But I am super excited to be sharing some looks, some tips, some tricks that'll have you confident and ready no matter what the weather brings your way. First, I want you to get a classical trench coat. This is a perfect spring wardrobe staple. It keeps you stylish, warm, and dry, no matter what the forecast predicts. Layering. Layering is key during this transitional season. I want you to get a denim jacket, throw it over a lightweight sweater to account for changing temperatures. Now, if you get too warm, who cares? Drape the jacket over your shoulder for a very classic and stylish look. Now you're going to pair these either with a flowy midi skirt or maybe just a richly hued wide leg pants. This will give you a confident boosting look that'll look great no matter what the weather brings your way.
All right, so what are some of those like rainy day clothing essentials that are not just like fashionable, but also practical?
Functional. If you're looking for pieces to be stylish despite April showers, Stitch Fix expert stylists have come up with their wardrobe waterproof tips. These are simple to use tips that are going to keep you fashionable and functional on rainy days. Now, you want to look for materials that repel water or are quick drying. So think of a classic trench in like polyester or a nylon material. It's great for the rain, but you can also pair it seamlessly with like a classic button down, your favorite trousers. Now, Stitch Fix heard from their clients. One of their biggest style hurdles is what shoes do I wear for the rain? And you don't always have to wear those huge, waterproof rain boots. Go into your closet, get your chunky sneakers. Those are completely waterproof. Or you can get lug sole boots. These will keep you dry without sacrificing style. Now, no matter what the spring weather brings, working with a Stitch Fix stylist is the perfect way to help you navigate the season with confidence.
What are some sample tips for basically keeping that wardrobe updated regularly?
Well, working with a personal stylist is a convenient way to refresh your wardrobe. Whether you want to just get something for work, maybe you just want to get something for a social gathering, maybe you just want a beautiful outfit to match your unique style. Stitch Fix is a personal styling service that finds items based on client style, size, and budget. With a Fix, you can discover hand-selected items by stylists that match your unique taste. Now, you'll get 5 curated items. The great thing is you can try them on in the comfort of your own home. Shipping and returns, always free, no subscription required. And also, guess what? Stitch Fix isn't just for ladies. I know a lot of people think it's just for ladies. It's also for children and men as well. So, Dan, go get you a Fix.
Yeah, I know. I need to step it up. It's almost like I'm wearing the same shirt all the time. But
not if you have
Milly.
Stitch Fix.
I know where I need to call. All right, where can we go for more information and maybe even sign up for a Stitch Fix subscription, I guess?
You can go to stitchfix.com.
See, it's that simple. Milly Almodovar, thanks for joining me this morning, my friend.
Thanks for having me, Dan. Bye.
As couples plan their journey into retirement together, agreeing on a destination is one thing, but navigating the routes can reveal some bumps in the road. So today we're joined by Marcy Keller, Senior Vice President of Financial Advice Strategy at Ameriprise Financial, who's going to shed a little light on why even the most trusting couples might actually struggle with the details of their financial future. Welcome to the show, Marcy. How are you?
I'm great, Dan. Thanks for having me.
Okay, what is this new research and where do couples agree or disagree financially?
I think anyone who's in a relationship or has been in a relationship knows a lot happens at the intersection of love and money. And at Ameriprise, we wanted to understand more about that. And we did learn of the 1,500 couples that we talked to, 95% of them, they trust each other. They trust each other regarding their financial situation. And 93% also have shared and agreed on goals for retirement. So a lot of strengths for these couples. But there are some areas where they have disagreement. 1 in 4 couples had some area of disagreement, and common ones included how much they are spending on or giving to children and grandchildren, how much they should save for retirement, and how much to spend on some of the fun stuff, on hobbies and travel. So although they have trust and a lot of areas of agreement, they've got some details still to work through.
So what money matters are couples actually avoiding?
A little over half of couples have not yet tackled something important for all of us, and that is completing their estate plan. Sometimes people think an estate plan is only needed for somebody with a lot of wealth. It's not. It's something we all need to do. That includes things like a will, documents that outline healthcare decisions that you want made on your behalf if you can't, and who should make those decisions if you're temporarily incapacitated. So important things. We also know some couples haven't yet tackled detailed planning for how they will replace their retirement paycheck once they get into retirement. And that's true for almost 40% of couples. So some areas of planning that they can still tackle that'll help them feel more confident.
So what can couples learn from those you actually surveyed?
Well, 72% of the couples we talked to have been together 2 decades or more. That is a long-lasting relationship to be proud of. And we think we can learn a lot from those people in particular. We asked them for their advice. What would they tell other couples? And they had 3 great ideas. 1, they said it's important to be honest and transparent in conversations about your financial goals together. Number 2, they said it's so important to have healthy ways to work through disagreements so that they can reach consensus. And then finally, they recommend couples choose a financial advisor together. And as a certified financial planner myself, I know how important it is that both members of a couple feel comfortable with the advisor so they can all team up, come up with a comprehensive financial plan that helps them achieve their goals and dreams.
All right, so where can viewers go for more information?
We've got great tips for couples and money at ameriprise.com/couples.
Marcy Keller, thanks for joining me this morning.
Thank you.
In today's world, staying connected isn't just a convenience. It's kind of a necessity. From high-speed streaming to managing a fully digital home office, the right internet connection can always make such a big difference. So joining us today is Guy Gunther, Vice President and General Manager at Quantum Fiber, here to show how fiber optic technology is keeping our digital lives seamlessly connected. Welcome to the show, Guy. How are you?
I'm doing great, Dan. Thanks for having me.
All right, how can we get the most of our home and office internet as our digital life just starts increasing?
Yeah, Dan, you just teed it up really well. You know, our digital lives have exploded, and the need for high-speed, reliable internet is greater than it has ever been. If you think about all the people working from home, and you think about all those connected devices in our homes, tablets, smartphones, TVs, security cameras, game consoles, recent research shows that the average American home has 17 connected devices. And we see it's easily twice that in many homes. And the important thing is it's not just the number of devices, but keeping them all connected at the same time and all receiving that same high-speed connection. So what we look for and what I recommend is that people look for fiber internet. Fiber internet technology is superior than other internet technologies. It allows people to keep all those connections going high speed, and is clearly a better choice for everybody.
So what is the benefit of using fiber optic internet, and how is that different than cable internet?
Fiber optic technology is differentiated in that the data is essentially, it travels through pulses of light, which are very fast. So other technologies may have speed, but where fiber differentiates itself is that you have symmetrical upload and download speeds. Very important if you're a small business managing large files, or if you're at home or at work trying to do a video conference. And that's very, very important. Secondly, when we look at fiber technology, we look at the fact that it's more reliable. Pulses of light in fiber tubes are less prone to interference. Cell phone internet would be subject to weather because those radio signals travel through the air. Cable technology would be subject to interruptions because of electromagnetic interference, but fiber optics is more reliable. Third, there's less latency. And what we mean by that, it's just less delay, speed of light. So you're going to have a much better experience without experiencing those situations where it seems to slow down. And then last, security. Fiber optics is very difficult to hack into, so it can protect your data and your families much better than any other technology.
So how can having the right Wi-Fi modem even impact your service?
Yeah, so Dan, in addition to what I just mentioned about fiber technology itself, look for a provider that also has what we call 360 Wi-Fi. And what 360 Wi-Fi means is that the provider also includes devices to hook up around your home that create a mesh network. That'll address those dead spots in the home and make sure all those devices receive the same quality experience. Also look for a provider that is rolling out what we call Wi-Fi 7. It's the next generation best-in-class modem. It has a better capacity to handle all those connections. It can reach up to 90% of the home and even has less latency. So look for not just a fiber provider, look for a fiber provider that has 360 Wi-Fi and is looking to roll out Wi-Fi 7.
And do you have any tips for families like have that always-on digital lifestyle?
Yeah, first of all, families budget conscious. So look for a plan that doesn't charge extra depending on how much data you use. Look for a provider that has what we call price for life, so no surprise increases in your billing. And look for a provider that has no contracts. So first of all, fiber, internet, but look for a provider that contains or offers all those things. And then next, look for a provider that has an app that allows you to manage all those connections quickly, securely, and effortlessly, unlocks parental controls, provides Wi-Fi diagnostics, and unlocks additional security features.
Guy Gunther, thanks for joining me this morning. Where can we go for more information?
Yeah, Dan, people can learn more by going simply to q.com or quantumfiber.com. Learn more about what I just said and also see if service is available in their area.
Thanks for joining me this morning, my friend.
Thank you. Have a great day.
From viral videos to vibrant colors in your cup, bubble tea isn't just a drink, it's kind of a global sensation. So today, we're diving into the heart of this trend with Alessandra Truffaut, a dynamic chef who's shaping not just what young Americans eat, but also what they drink. At just 23, she's a culinary prodigy, passionate about bringing the bubble tea boom to your home. Welcome to the show, Alessandra Truffaut. How are you?
Hello, Dan. Good morning. Thanks for having me on the show.
All right. Can you share what the latest food and beverage trends tend to be, especially among like the Gen Z generation?
Absolutely. As a Gen Zer myself, I can tell you that we're interested in things that enhance our everyday experiences and bring us together socially. So I think in terms of the food world, it means that we're looking for fun eating and drinking experiences. And another big trend we're seeing is that we want convenience, but not at the cost of quality. So while we want to be able to grab and go or make things quickly at home, it still has to taste and look good too.
Can you tell us more about bubble tea? I know it's everywhere. Tell us your experiences with it.
Absolutely. So I grew up in Flushing, Queens, and bubble tea shops were everywhere. It's a Taiwanese recipe that's made with real tea and the ever-recognizable tapioca boba. It has so many varieties and flavors that I really think that's the reason that it's super popular, and especially among the 20-somethings across the country.
So how can we celebrate National Bubble Tea Day, which is coming up at our home?
Absolutely. So no longer are the days that you have to go get bubble tea at a boba shop. With brands such as Joyba, you can get bubble tea anywhere across the country. So Joyba's a ready-to-drink bubble tea product that comes with a traditional lid and straw, no boba shop required. They have 6 amazing flavors, all made with freshly brewed tea, infused with vibrant fruit flavors, and of course, the popping boba that makes it more than just a refreshing beverage, but truly adds a little pop of joy into your day and really makes the whole experience of it. You can find these products at stores nationwide, such as Walmart, Target, Costco, and many more. And because of National Bubble Tea Day that's coming up on April 30th, they're rolling out some pretty great deals as well.
Where can we get those again?
So you can get them at retailers such as Walmart, Target, Costco, Albertsons, the list goes on. And like I mentioned, for National Bubble Tea Day, they have some really great deals. You can get $2 off and, reduced prices and all that great stuff so you can grab a pack and celebrate.
All right, where can we go for more information, my friend?
Absolutely. For more information, head to joyba.com. And while you're there, you'll also learn about their recent partnership with Lady Gaga's Born This Way Foundation. You know, mental health is one of the key issues that's facing Gen Z and a lot of the younger generations. So to help combat it a little bit, they launched the Real Tea, Real Talk campaign last year, which is all about equipping young adults with the tools that they need to help navigate their own and help others with their mental health. And on the website, you can earn the Be There certificate, which is a free online mental health course. It's truly amazing. Head to the website and learn more about boba tea, joyba, and mental health and how to get involved.
Alessandra Ciuffo, thank you for joining me this morning, my friend.
Thank you so much. Take care.
You know, as the tax filing deadline has passed, many are still scrambling to get their finances in order. And today, we are joined by Allison Flores, manager of the H&R Block Tax Institute, to kind of guide us through the ins and outs of filing and extension and navigating some of those common pitfalls that could cost you and your wallet and your paycheck and all that stuff. Whether you're driving for Uber, delivering for Instacarts, or just managing your daily expenses, you know, Allison has some advice on how to handle this year's tax season and kind of help us prepare for the next one. So welcome to the show. Allison, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you, Dan.
It's tax season, the deadline is gone, but can you still file an extension?
The deadline is gone. So what this means is you missed the opportunity to file an extension. The good news is you can file as soon as possible and try to minimize any penalties or interest you'll have if you owe the IRS money. If they owe you a refund, filing now helps you get that refund as soon as possible.
So what if there was like an emergency in the family and couldn't file? Are there options?
In that case, we do recommend you file as soon as possible if you have the information you need to file. Sometimes you will have to work to get information or reconstruct records. Similarly there, try to do that as soon as you can. In some cases, and it's not very common, if it's an extreme circumstance, the IRS may be able to waive penalties for you because of that emergency, or you may be able to get an abatement of penalties. But we do encourage you to file as soon as possible to minimize any penalties the IRS would assert, and also to get ready for next year.
So what are some common mistakes filers make on their taxes pretty much every year?
Every year, the most common thing we see is someone forgetting about some income that they have. So maybe you worked multiple jobs, or you had a side hustle, or received money one time while you were out gambling. It's very common for someone to forget about that form. Maybe it didn't come in the mail in the same week, or maybe you had to log in online to pull it down. But just missing that document that you don't have accessible when you sit down to get your taxes prepared. And the IRS will catch up to that fairly quickly and ask you to report your income.
So for those that have started outside work, such as people that do Instacart, Uber, Lyft, produce a really bad Sunday morning television show, what do you think they need to know for next year?
For next year, one thing you need to know is you need to track your expenses throughout the year. So any kind of driving activity, you need to have a mileage log that shows the trips that you have, that you are making. A lot of driving platforms will provide you something, but you will also have miles that you've driven outside of that app work. So you should keep track of those, as well as all your expenses. That way, when you're ready to do your taxes, you have everything. The second reason that's really important is because you need to estimate your tax payments when you're self-employed. A lot of people don't realize this the first time they've started this type of activity, but you should be estimating your income tax and making quarterly payments to the IRS. That way, when you get ready to file, you've been making payments and you can go ahead and submit that at the time and avoid penalties and interest.
So what can we prepare for with next year's taxes?
So for next year's taxes, I would recommend that you go ahead and do a withholding estimate calculator now. So go ahead and go find a withholding estimating calculator. We have one on hnrblock.com. or you can work with your tax professional. If the IRS owed you a big refund, or if you owed the IRS at all, I recommend you update your withholding for the rest of the year. And that way you'll be in really good shape when you get to next year and you file. You won't have any last minute surprises, and you'll be ready to go.
Allison Flores, thanks for joining me this morning. Where can we go for more information and learn more about the H&R Block Tax Institute?
We have a website, thetaxinstitute.com, or you can go directly to www.hnrblock.com to find out more.
Allison Flores, thanks for joining me this morning.
You're welcome, Dan. Have a good day.
Mother's Day is around the corner, and if you're still searching for the perfect gift to show mom how much you care, then you're in luck. Today we have lifestyle expert and mom herself, Chassie Post, that's here to hook us up with her top trending gifts for Mother's Day. Welcome to the show, Chassie. How are you?
Good morning. At 1-800-Flowers, we are on a mission to help you express and connect and find the perfect way to celebrate your amazing mom and all the amazing moms out there. So I brought along a few of my favorite gifts that I love to give, as well as a few that I would also really love to get.
Well, last year, flowers were a top-selling gift from mom. So what is the most popular gift for 2024?
Yeah, well, flowers are topping the charts once again. In fact, we plan to deliver around 20 million stems this year. So a few of my favorites, peonies. Turns out I'm not alone. Peonies are the top trending flower on TikTok with over 1 billion likes. I mean, you know how much people love their TikTok trends. So these peony bouquets, you can choose from a wicker vase, which reminds me of my southern roots, or a stylish apothecary jar. Also, tulips are hugely popular. We plan to send around 4 million this year, but I think my favorite might be the amazing mom bouquet that 1-800-Flowers created exclusively for Mother's Day, because it's designed for your amazing mom by a really talented local florist who lives right there in your community. So this is a really great way to help support local businesses as well, which I love.
You know, moms also love delicious treats and being pampered. Any ideas to help us out there?
I sure do. How about a gift that combines 3 of mom's favorite things in one gift? Flowers, cookies, and wine. Or have you ever seen a cookie bouquet before? I mean, a dozen long stem buttercream cookie flowers. I mean, what's not to love there? And I think this is a very interesting stat. So 50% of shoppers say that they plan to give their mom a subscription gift this year, which I think is such a great idea because it spreads the love out all year long. So Harry and David has the Mother's Day Fruit Club, which is wonderful because every month mom receives a juicy delivery of truly gorgeous fruits, including their famous pears. And of course, brunch is always such a great idea, especially on Mother's Day. So this is the spring Hatbox brunch that comes with so much goodness. I mean, yummy quiche and Canadian bacon and English muffins and more. You can even add wine to this gift. And it comes in a really beautiful little hat box there. So all of the food ideas are from harryanddavid.com.
So you also know that moms want to spend quality time with their families. How about gifts that kind of help bring all the loved ones together for Mother's Day?
Yes, I think it would be so festive to host a family game night. Get everybody together with some of these customized gifts from personalizationmall.com. And I mean, before there was Wordle, there was Scrabble, right? It's the OG word game. So I think that this custom vintage Scrabble set is such a fun idea. They also have Monopoly and Clue. Or if mom's more of a card shark, these custom photo printed playing cards, I think, are the gift equivalent of a royal flush. But for our last gift, maybe you're thinking you want to find something outside of the box. Well, we've got something there that quite literally will fit the bill. So this is from 1-800-Flowers Marketplace, and it's called the Blossom and Butterfly Surprise. And it is called that because when you lift the lid, look at that! Butterflies, flowers, all joyfully flying around to announce the arrival of a delicious little cake. So I hope my son is watching because Butterflies are my spirit animal, and they match my wallpaper. So this would be a wonderful and strong suggestion for him to send to me.
I know a mom that hates flying insects, especially butterflies. I think I'm going to get that for her this Mother's Day, just for the fun of it. All right, Chassie, where can we go for more information and maybe even follow you on social media?
Oh, great. Head on over to 1-800-Flowers.com, and you can follow me on Instagram at Chassie Post.
Chassie Post, thanks for joining me this morning, my friend.
Bye. Thanks for having me, and happy Mother's Day to everyone out there.
You know, if you love eggs but have been concerned about their impact in your heart, our next guest has some good news for you. New research out of a leading academic medical center reveals that certain type of egg may actually have some cardiovascular benefits. Today we have registered dietitian nutritionist Dawn Jackson Blattner, who's joining us today to explain the findings and what this can mean for your health. Welcome to the show, Dawn. How are you?
Thanks for having me. This is exciting.
All right, for years we've been conditioned to believe that eggs may not be good for us, particularly when it comes to our heart health. Why do eggs have such a bad reputation?
All right, so here's where the confusion comes. Egg yolks have cholesterol, okay? But for most people, the cholesterol in food has a very minimal impact on the cholesterol levels in your body. And in fact, there's cool new research that says fortified eggs, when you're eating them, have no negative effects on cholesterol or heart health.
Can you tell us about the new research and what this means in terms of health benefits from eggs?
Yeah, it really is cool new research. So here's what happened. Researchers said, I wonder what would happen if people ate 12 or more fortified eggs each week. What would happen to their cholesterol and other heart health markers? So they did an experiment. They took 140 people with heart disease or who were at high risk for heart disease, and half of them ate 12 or more fortified eggs each week, and the other half only ate 2 or fewer fortified eggs each week. So they're eating eggs, eating eggs, eating eggs. And then in 4 months, they check in again and they see no negative effects. And in fact, there's potential positives. And so what we know is that eating these fortified eggs did not negatively affect cholesterol levels. And people who were 65 and older in this study saw positive shifts in their cholesterol levels.
So not all eggs are the same when it comes to nutritional value. What makes some eggs better for you than others?
Yeah, so I'm saying fortified eggs, the study used fortified eggs. What the heck is a fortified egg, you know? And so fortified eggs are like Eggland's Best eggs. They have more nutrition compared to an ordinary egg. So they have more B12, vitamin D, vitamin E, more omega-3 fatty acids, and they have less saturated fat. So the thought is all this extra nutrition in fortified eggs may be why we're seeing these improvements in cardiovascular markers.
So what are your recommendations to egg lovers out there who have been avoiding eggs for health reasons?
Yeah, so here's what the study did. It boosts our confidence that we can have fortified eggs like Eggland's Best as part of our healthy diet, even for people who have cardiovascular concerns. And there's just so many ways to enjoy Eggland's Best eggs through the day. Like I have avocado toast here with eggs and salmon. And then later on in the evening, I have dessert. This is 3-ingredient cottage cheesecake. And so you really can have fun with this new information.
All right, Dawn, where can our viewers go for more information about pretty much all the stuff we talked about today?
Yeah, so for recipes and more information about the new study, you can go to egglandsbest.com/egg study.
Dawn, thanks for joining me this morning, my friend.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
And that's it for New Mexico Rising. I want to thank you for tuning in and checking out the show. If you want to be on the show, all you got to do is email me. That is newmexicorising@gmail.com. And tell me about you, your event, or your small business. We'll get you right here on the show. Follow us on social media. We're on Facebook and Instagram. And that is it for New Mexico Rising. See you next week.